Your Honor, Ms. Reed is here, I believe for a pretrial and a bond violation. In however order Your Honor would like to proceed, she will be admitting to the bond violation and then ultimately pleading guilty as charged. So however Your Honor would like to approach that.
Welcome back to the courtroom of Judge Simpson, where the stakes are always high and the drama never disappoints. Right out of the gate, we learn that Tamara Reed isn't just here for one issue. She's juggling both a bond violation and an operating while intoxicated charge. That's a double hit in any courtroom, and it sets the tone immediately. For those unfamiliar, a bond violation means she failed to follow the court's strict conditions while out on bond. Usually things like no drinking, no missing check-ins, or no new charges. By admitting to it up front, her defense is playing damage control, hoping honesty earns her leniency. But let's not forget, this plea comes with a big catch. Once she pleads guilty, she waives her right to trial. No jury, no witnesses, no second shot. Judge Simpson is methodical, making sure she understands what's at stake.
Well, she's admitting to the violation.
She is, Your Honor.
All right. Is that correct, ma'am?
Yes.
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 Thank you. All right. All right. And what are we doing on the case?
She's pleading as charged, Your Honor.
She's pleading.
Yes.
Guilty as charged. May I have her sworn?
Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
State your name.
Tamara Reed.
All right. Ms. Reed, it is this court's understanding that you are going to be pleading guilty to the charge of operating while intoxicated. Is that correct?
Yes.
That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail, $500 fine plus court costs. Understand that?
Yes.
The court could also order any community service or rehabilitative services the court deems necessary. The court could order your vehicle immobilized, could order you to pay the costs of the prosecution as well as the cost of any emergency governmental services. You understand that? Yes?
Yes.
All right. Still wish to plead guilty?
Yes.
And to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Now, you understand that by pleading guilty, you will not have a trial of any kind.
Yes.
This is where Judge Simpson flexes his precision. He carefully spells out that a guilty plea isn't just an admission, it's a surrender of every trial, right she has. No cross-examining officers, no challenge to evidence, no appeal. It's basically case closed. What's fascinating here is how calm Tamara Reed stays. Many defendants at this point hesitate, realizing the weight of what they're about to give up. She doesn't. She responds with a steady yes. The question for us is that composure, confidence, or resignation? The court doesn't let her off lightly either. The judge reminds her she could face 93 days in jail, fines, court costs, vehicle immobilization, even reimbursement of emergency response costs. It's a laundry list of consequences meant to drive home how serious this plea really is. Viewers, let me ask you, would you stay this calm facing all that, or would you think twice before locking in your fate?
You signed an advice of rights form?
She didn't, Your Honor, because she's in custody. I could have her do that now, or we could do that verbally, however you prefer.
Okay, you recall signing an advice of rights form, ma'am?
Yes.
Any questions regarding any of those rights?
No.
You'll see on the podium, I need you to look at paragraph 5. Those are your rights which are part of a trial. You understand that by pleading guilty, you'll be giving up those rights as well as all the rights on that file.
Yes.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right.
Yes.
Are you on probation or parole?
No.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today to get you to plead?
No.
Anybody threaten you or coerce you?
No.
You're doing this voluntarily
Yes.
of your own free will
Yes.
and because you believe that you are indeed guilty of this offense?
Yes.
November 27, 2024, location of Carpenter near Chester Drive in Pittsfield Township, Washtenaw County, State of Michigan. Were you operating a motor vehicle?
Yes.
Prior to operating that motor vehicle, did you consume intoxicating?
Yes.
Here we get the nuts and bolts of the case. The traffic stop. Police caught her driving with no headlights on after midnight, about the most obvious traffic stop trigger imaginable. Officers don't need probable cause gymnastics here. It's textbook. And sure enough, when they ran the stop, they found the real issue. Alcohol. Reed admits she'd been drinking a couple of seltzers, but the blood draw told a more precise story, a 0.09 BAC. That may sound close to the legal limit of 0.08, but in court, that decimal makes all the difference. It's still intoxication under Michigan law, and prosecutors will run with it. Think about it. How many drivers believe just a couple won't matter? Yet here she is, in front of a judge facing criminal charges for exactly that. How many drinks do you think is actually safe before driving, or is the only safe number 0?
What did you have and how much?
I had a couple of seltzers.
Seltzers? All right. Were you stopped by the police or was there an accident?
I was stopped by the police.
Why'd they stop you?
My lights were off.
All right. Were you ultimately arrested?
Yes.
Were you taken to the station?
Yes.
Was there a blood draw or a blood test?
Both.
Blood draw?
Yes.
All right. What were the results of that blood draw?
I would stipulate for the plea, it was a .09 blood test.
You have any reason to dispute those blood test results?
No.
No? All right. I do have to advise you that if I do accept your plea, if you commit misconduct between the time of my acceptance of the plea and the time of sentencing, that any evaluation or sentence agreement, the court would not be bound by. You understand that?
Yes.
I also would have to indicate that if you do commit misconduct during that period, you would also not be entitled to withdraw your plea. You understand that?
Yes.
Counsel, I guess the first question is, have there been any promises, threats, or other inducements which have led to this plea which have not been stated on the record?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
And has the court complied with the court rule, and would it be proper to accept this defendant's plea?
Your Honor, I would say for the record, just so it's clear, the stop happened just after midnight. So the stop for no headlights is a valid stop. I think we're going to stipulate that it was dark outside.
I
But
don't.
other than that, I'm satisfied.
We're satisfied as well, Your Honor.
All right. Court will accept the defendant's plea of guilty to this charge. Defendant is referred to Von Swartz for an alcohol screening and assessment and the victim's impact panel. Sentencing in this matter will be July 9th, 2025. At what time? 9 a.m. All right. Either as to bond, but as to the violation.
For the violation first, Your Honor, my client would waive her right to a hearing and be prepared to admit to drinking and ready to do that this morning.
All right. And that is correct, ma'am?
Yes.
You're waiving your right to a hearing?
Yes.
And you do admit, have you seen the violation report, ma'am?
No.
Okay, your counsel went through it with you, however.
Yes.
All right. And that there were on June 13, 2025, that you were drinking.
Yes.
Very good. Court will accept that admission. How long have you been in?
She turned herself in yesterday morning. Is that what time yesterday?
8 a.m.
8 a.m. yesterday morning.
All right. How old are you, young man?
20,
How old are you?
21.
Where were you drinking?
Sorry. My dad passed away a couple
Pardon?
years ago. My dad passed away a couple years ago, and I'm not handling it probably in the best way.
And here's where the tone shifts from procedural to personal. Reed reveals a heartbreaking detail. She lost her father at just 18 years old. Suddenly, the alcohol use isn't just about partying or recklessness. It's about coping. Grief becomes the backdrop to her decisions, and Judge Simpson picks up on it instantly. This is where his questioning pivots from legal to almost therapeutic. Notice how he doesn't scold her here. Instead, he digs gently, trying to understand the why behind her drinking. This is a strategy judges often use with young defendants, pulling out the root cause rather than hammering only the punishment. It's a pivotal human moment in this case. And for us watching, it raises a powerful question. Should the justice system lean more toward punishment or toward rehabilitation when trauma drives someone's mistakes? Drop your thoughts. What's the right balance here?
You were 19,
18.
18 when he passed away.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, was that your drinking started or?
Yes.
Okay, let me ask you this, I'm not gonna hold it against you, were you drinking a lot?
Yes.
looking back on it, when you were drinking a lot, what do you think would happen for you? Probably don't know how to answer that question. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a tough question, isn't it? Suffice it to say, young lady, it would kind of make you forget and have the pain go away a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, are you in school?
Yes. I'm
Pardon?
supposed to go back next semester.
Did you finish up this semester?
No.
What happened?
Um, I stopped attending my classes, so I had to withdraw.
Where were you in school?
It's my sophomore year,
At what school?
Eastern Michigan.
So when your dad passed away, had you already enrolled in school?
Yes.
And you made it through how many semesters after that?
2, and then I took a gap year, and then I went back.
Those 2 semesters that you took, how were your grades?
They were pretty good. I think I had a 3.2, 3.5.
Okay. You took the gap year, then you came back. How were your grades?
Okay, I think I had like a 2 point. I
Pardon?
think I had a 2.8 when I came back.
Where'd you graduate high school?
In high school.
Okay. Did you do well there? You got siblings?
I have a twin brother.
You have a twin brother.
Yeah.
Okay. What?
It's with mom in the corner of the courtroom.
Mom's on? Oh, okay. All right. So what do you think I should do with you?
Um,
Well, before you answer that, let me ask you this. As you were going along struggling, trying to deal with your father's passing and things, did you let your mom know?
a little, but
Pardon?
not as serious as it had gotten. I don't think.
This exchange is telling. Reed admits she didn't fully share her struggles with her mom or even her twin brother, though she knew they noticed. This is the isolation effect grief often has. It pushes people inward when they most need support. Judge Simpson reads this like a book. He points out how silence allows the pain to fester until it eventually explodes in destructive ways, like drinking, skipping school, or ending up in his courtroom. What makes this moment gripping is Simpson's subtle balance of empathy and authority. He isn't shaming her for not opening up. Instead, he's underlining the danger of bottling emotions. For viewers, this is a rare inside look at how a judge works, almost like a counselor, not just a legal enforcer. It's not just about the law, it's about a young person's life trajectory. If you were Reed's twin, would you confront her head on or stay quiet like he did?
What about your brother?
I think he noticed.
You think he noticed?
Yeah.
Probably because he's your brother and also a twin, he probably did, probably felt it. Did you reach out to anybody?
I've been seeing a therapist weekly.
You were?
Yes.
Okay, so how long have you been doing that?
I was seeing one I've been seeing her for like 7 years, and then I've been seeing one who specializes in grief for the last 3 months, I think.
Okay, so something that you started heading in that direction, dealing with her. Okay. How's that working for you?
It's going okay. I think I've been thinking about seeing someone else.
Pardon?
I've been thinking about seeing someone else. I don't know if it's a good fit.
Okay, so your therapist might not be fitting with you, right? Okay. All right. Now I'll get back to what do you think I ought to do with you?
Sure, I guess whatever punishment fits.
Give you a chance to prove you can stay sober.
Yeah. A chance to prove I could stay sober, I think.
You think you can?
Yes.
That wasn't real confident the way you said that.
I want to. And I think that I can.
Young lady, why do you think I asked you all of those questions?
See why I did it, I guess.
Yeah, maybe. Here's the thing that you don't understand and are just beginning to kind of explore. Grief is a horrible thing in a lot of ways. It becomes real bad if you don't deal with it. It kind of just sits there, and then at some point, while you try to sort of bottle it up and push it down, it somehow or another just all of a sudden begins to explode. Right? And then at some point, because you're not dealing with it, you're kind of out of control. And then it becomes harder. At the beginning, you probably could have told somebody, but by that time, you don't tell anybody because it becomes hard to explain. Right? And it becomes real difficult to, no matter how close somebody is, even talk to anybody because they're not, you don't know if they're going to listen or they're going to have time to listen. And the reality of all of that is what you want is you just want that hurt and other things to disappear. Right? Were you close to your dad?
Yeah.
Something's going to, I'm going to guess, but I know I'm right because I'm always right. But I'm going to guess that you were daddy's. All right. Look, more than anything, and I'm going to tell you, I don't always talk about myself, but I'm going to tell you why I asked the question. Here I sit all these years later. I lost my dad when I was 16. So when I'm asking you those questions about grief, I get it.
This is a rare, powerful moment where Judge Simpson breaks the traditional wall of authority. Judges almost never share personal stories in open court. It risks blurring professional boundaries. But here, Simpson decides it's necessary. By revealing his own father's death at 16, he forges a human connection with Reed. This isn't sympathy, it's credibility. He's saying, I know this path because I've walked it. That lands differently than any lecture could. Notice how he doesn't excuse her actions though. He keeps the focus on finding healthier ways to cope. This technique, called judicial empathy, has been shown to influence defendants more effectively than punishment alone. It's about reshaping behavior by showing that even authority figures have carried similar pain. Audience question: do you think a judge revealing their personal trauma helps build trust, or should the bench always stay distant and strictly professional?
Okay. I'm going to let you know that if you find a way to kind of deal with it, you're going to make it through it. Okay. I didn't know your dad, but I can almost bet that he'd want you to make it through. he wouldn't want you trying to do this, trying to deal with all of this on your own. Okay. So in the interim, how am I gonna keep you sober? Young lady, there's just right now, and partially because of the age you are, partially because of what you've been dealing with, a lot of things in life are real confusing right now, right? You're not sure the next step that you're taking, what direction that's going to head or what you're going to do, right? Okay, here's a suggestion I'm going to make to you. I want you to take whatever steps you're taking slow. I'm watching your mother over there. She's goosenecking, trying to look over Miss Pilara's head, but your brother has been right all up in it. Okay. What that tells me is you got a family out there that'll just love you, they'll support you.
Simpson now pivots from empathy to accountability. He draws Reed's attention back to her family, the mom in the courtroom, the twin brother who's been all up in it. It's a subtle but strategic move. He's reminding her that she isn't fighting grief alone. Courts often leverage family ties as a support system because the law can only do so much once a defendant walks out of the courtroom. And here's the clever part. He flips her perspective. Instead of focusing on her guilt, he reframes her family as her strongest tool for survival. This is classic Judge Simpson, part disciplinarian, part motivator. For viewers, this is a perfect example of how a courtroom becomes more than punishment. It becomes a platform for rebuilding lives. If you were in her shoes, would you lean on your family or try to tough it out solo?
And if you hadn't told them, probably after today, they'll sit for whatever time and just listen to you. Okay. And as you let it pour out to them, and I'm going to tell you, it's going to come out wrong. It's going to come out crazy. You may think yourselves crazy as it's coming out, but just let it come out. Okay. Said she turned herself in yesterday.
Yesterday morning, Your Honor.
Here's what I'm going to do. I indicated defendant is admitted to violation. I don't think it does any good to keep you incarcerated at all. All right. So I'm going to sentence you on that violation to 2 days in jail, credit 2 days use. I'm going to let you go. I am going to, however, order that you report over to the Department of Community Corrections. We're going to put a scram tether on you.
And here's the dramatic twist. Despite the bond violation and guilty plea, Reed walks out today. Why? Because Judge Simpson sees that continued incarceration won't serve her or society. Instead, he imposes a scram tether, an ankle monitor that tracks alcohol consumption in real time. Think of it as a 24/7 sobriety cop strapped to your leg. It's restrictive, but it's also a second chance. By ordering her back to school in the fall, Simpson does something unusual. He makes education part of her sentence. That's bold judicial engineering, punishment mixed with rehabilitation. Instead of letting her spiral further, he forces her onto a track with structure and accountability. Viewers, here's the question. Is this a compassionate break that will save her, or is the judge being too lenient by letting her walk after repeated violations?
Okay. You got that?
Yes.
All right. You are going back to school in the fall. That might have sounded like a question. It wasn't. Okay. And that you can take that as an order. You're going to go back. You're going to just sort of walk that journey through life and do that. Okay. You hear me?
Yes.
And I'll sign that scram order and we'll get you over there. All right, young lady.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Well, you're welcome. And most importantly, sometimes what you just have to do, you just have to be kind to yourself. Okay?
Okay.
Got it?
Yes. Thank
All right. Take care.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
You. Mom, guys, take care of yourselves.
This closing line is more than legal. It's personal wisdom. Judge Simpson knows that law alone can't fix grief or addiction. His final message to read, "Be kind to yourself," is both a warning and a lifeline. It's an unusual ending for a courtroom exchange, almost parental, but that's what makes it powerful. Summing up, tomorrow Reed admitted to operating while intoxicated, faced her bond violation and walked away with 2 days' time served, a scram tether, and a strict order to continue her education. The broader takeaway: courts don't just measure punishment, they measure potential. Judge Simpson used empathy, accountability, and authority to craft a sentence aimed at change, not just penalty. If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns.